Alright guys, hello everyone, it's 123 Stealth Bomber here, bringing you another tutorial on the Assault Squad editor. And yes, as you guys read the title, I'm going to show you how to make paratrooper drops and how to successfully use them. There already is a video out there, but that's how to use paratrooper animations and how to make them work on the Men of War editor. It's slightly different on the Assault Squad editor, and people didn't think it was possible, but yes, it is possible. You can do it. So what we're going to do here is we're going to start off with the basic of placing your infantry. The infantry I'm placing now is my paratrooper infantry that will paratroop in when we script it later. Okay, so I'm going to just place my guys. Next, what we're going to do is I'm going to spawn the aircraft where they come from. Okay. This is the aircraft where they parachute from, and I'm just going to use the Ju-52 since I'm already using the Germans. I'm also going to place some guys inside to pilot the aircraft. And this thing takes 2 guys, but 4 including the machine guns on top. So I'm just going to add in 4. Wait for them to get inside. Okay, just waiting for that. All right, there. Okay, done. All right, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna change its constraint to airborne, and we're gonna change the altitude to like maybe something of 15 or higher. I suggest about 15 or higher. If you remember from my basics of aircraft video from a long time ago, how to use them, or how to set the air, the altitude and all that stuff. Okay. So we're going to set it up in the air, just like how I have it. Now what we're going to do is we're going to give it its tags. We're going to have to give the aircraft 2 tags. One tag is the name you're going to give it, any name you want. I just name it Ju-52 in my case. The second tag you're going to add is hidden tag. So it's not there physically. So it's not just standing there the way I have it. Next, after you're done with that, we're going to go to waypoints. The only waypoint you have to add in this one is just to making the aircraft move. Okay, so I'm gonna start the waypoints right at the end of the map, and I'm gonna continue like a waypoint that goes right through that center where the enemy is. So it looks like it goes right through it, right through the whole entire map. Okay, just let me adjust that. Okay. Alright, and final one. Now, what happens here is once the aircraft reaches this point, it's going to keep going in a circle because it has nowhere else to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to commands and add a delete command. And this way, once it reaches that waypoint, the aircraft will get deleted. It looks like it left the battlefield. Makes it a lot more better and more organized. So the aircraft is not like spinning in a circle or something like that. Okay, next we're going to go to add a zone. You can use circle or poly, but in my case I use circle because it just makes it a little bit easier for myself. And pretty much why are we adding a zone? Well, the zone is going to tell it in simple terms when this aircraft, when it's following the waypoint, once it reaches the zone, it'll tell the soldiers to drop in as soon as it reaches that zone. Okay, so that's why we added the zone. Okay, after we do that, next, what we're going to do is give the paratroopers the paratrooper animation. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to service. We're going to keep scrolling down until you find paratrooper attach, _attach. Place it. Now it's 1 infantry for 1 paratrooper attach. And I zoomed out, and as you can see, it is in the air. See, you just see like how it's selected, but you can see in the shadow, and I zoomed out, that it is there. So it's 1 infantry per thing. So I just copied and pasted it on this right here, what I did for right here. So now how are we going to get the infantry on the paratrooper attach is we're going to have to use a command that I show you from a couple videos before, glink. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring up the console, and what we're going to do is we're going to select the infantry first, then hold the shift button, and then select the paratrooper attach, then type in G_link. When that happens, when you press enter, you'll see the infantry's gone. But as you can see in the background, right to my right, you'll see the guy, he's hanging right from the shadow. You can see him, he's hanging there. And I'll zoom out just to show you that they're on there momentarily. Yeah, just like that. So you can actually see the paratrooper infantry are now on the animation. Okay, so yes, I do have to do this for each and every one. Now what I could have done to make this easier and faster was I could have just done it for one infantry and then copied and pasted, because that would have worked too. But since I'm using different types of paratrooper infantry with different weapons, I had to do it individually. Okay, so remember, you got to select the infantry first, then hold your shift button on your keyboard and then select the paratrooper attach. Because if you just select them at the same time, it will not work. Okay, and then after you do that, type in G_link, hit enter, and there you go. Okay, so all we got is one more to go. Okay, and there we go. We got all 8 done. Okay, next, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna set up the way they're gonna drop. The way, actually, I'm sorry. What we're gonna do first is, before we do that, we're gonna give it some tags. Now, as you can see, the paratrooper air, I did not give it those tags. As soon as you link them to the paratrooper attach, it automatically gives them the tag of paratrooper air. But we also need to give them the tag of hidden. So make sure you add in that tag of hidden, because if you don't, then those guys will be hanging there when the game starts, okay? And they can be shot down. If you put hidden, they will not be there physically. So yeah, the paratrooper attach, it automatically gives you that tag as soon as you link them together. The infantry and the paratroop attach. Parachute attach. Okay, so now what I'm doing is I'm spreading out the guys to look like they're gonna, in the spot that they're in right now, the way I moved them out, that's the way they'll land when we script them. So they'll kind of like, how they're all in that way of that same waypoint. So it looks like, they got dragged by the aircraft, and it looks like, they'll all drop down like spread out. Okay? So now what we're all done with that, we're going to start scripting. So our first script is going to be making the plane move. So what we're going to do first is I'm going to add, for my optional, I'm going to add in a delay. This will allow for it. So as soon as we hit start, it'll wait a 2-second delay. I type in 2 seconds. And that way, so as soon as you start it, it waits 2 seconds before it starts moving. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to give it an air state. Yeah, there it is. Air state. What we're going to do is we're going to go to selector and give it its tag. So in this case, give it the airplane's tag that you gave it. Hit OK. Now what we're going to do is give it its altitude. And I think I type in 25 and hit OK. And there you go. All set. Next, we're going to add in another command and hit add again. We're going to go to actor the waypoint, give it its tag again. And give it its waypoint it wants to start at. In my case, it's 0. And the approach will be teleport and rotate. So it teleports to that 0 position, and it rotates to go in the same direction that it needs to go. And as you can see, now you can see on my map, and you're about to see on screen right now, that the aircraft is now moving accordingly to the way the waypoints that it was set at. Now the paratroopers didn't spawn yet because we didn't script them yet. So if you're wondering, yes, we're still getting to that part. I just wanted to show you that the aircraft can move, and as you can see, when it reaches that last waypoint, it gets deleted. Okay. Now we're going to end it, and we're going to script the paratroopers now. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go back to F3 mode. We're going to add in another command, another trigger, I'm sorry. Name it. Okay, this time we're going to go to condition, and we're going to add in a near command, okay? Now we're going to go to units. Go to units first, give it its tag. Now the units would be the unit that it's going to trigger. So in my case, it'll be the aircraft. The unit you'll use is the aircraft. Near 2 will be the zone. Okay, so you want to select the zone and hit OK. And for an optional, you can select off high precision, so it makes it more accurate. Now, what this is saying is, if the unit, the JU-52, is near the zone, then all these commands will activate, okay? So the first command we're going to do is entity state. We're going to give it its tag. Now, this time we're going to give the paratrooper air tag, because now we're doing this for the paratroopers. You're going to go to tag remove and get rid of the tag remove hidden. This way, so that hidden command, that hidden tag, they now spawn and they're physically there. Okay? And all these other ones I check off, those are all you can check off or on or anything like that. Okay? Those are all optional. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to go add another command, and we're going to go and add an effect. Go to selector, add its tag. Again, select the paratrooper air. This time where it says effect, type in paratrooper. That way, when it gets rid of the hidden tag, the paratrooper will spawn, okay? Now, they'll physically spawn. They're still stuck up there. They won't drop down yet because we still need to add in more. So what we're going to do is we're going to add in another entity state, give it its tag again. Now, this time we're going to hit tag add. And we're going to select paratrooper air and check off all these if you need to. And for our last, we're going to add in effect once more. Select the tag, paratrooper air, and effect, you're going to type in start. So pretty much what it's saying is it's going to get rid of the hidden tag so it spawns. Then once it reaches, like when the aircraft reaches the zone, it'll get rid of the hidden tag so they spawn, and the start effect will make them spawn down. So they drop down, okay? As you can see, there you go. So yes, they can, and it does work. Okay, yeah, they got brutally owned, but you get the point. Yes, it does work. It worked perfectly fine. Yeah, that's really about it. You guys, I hope you guys enjoyed my video. Got any questions, comments, concerns, or anything about that matter about this video, please private message me, comment on my channel or anything like that. And I hope I'll be talking to you guys soon again. All right. Thanks, and thanks for watching.